We're diving into a very special coin, the 1981 P Mint Mark Washington quarter. You heard it right. This particular quarter could be worth millions of dollars under the right circumstances. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious, stay tuned, because we're uncovering its history, key details, and what makes it potentially so valuable. Let's break down the story of this 1981 P quarter dollar and how a regular pocket change coin might just make you rich. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, but by 1981, the quarter was going through some interesting changes. After silver was removed from circulation quarters in 1965, most were made with a copper-nickel-clad composition. The 1981 P quarter is one such coin, minted at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1981, over 600 million quarters were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why they carry the P Mint mark. But not all 1981 P quarters are created equal. So what makes the 1981 P Washington quarter stand out? Most of them are worth face value, just 25 cents. But a small handful of these coins can fetch millions. Here's what to look out for. First, check for the P Mint mark. All Philadelphia minted coins from that era have it. But the real jackpot lies in errors and high-grade conditions. Some 1981 P quarters have unique errors, like double dies, where the design appears slightly doubled, especially on the date or lettering. But even more valuable are the coins in mint state condition, especially those graded MS67 or higher. Coins like these are considered nearly flawless and are extremely rare. Okay, now let's get to the exciting part. Why would a simple 1981 P quarter be worth millions of dollars? Only a tiny number of 1981 P quarters have been found in near-perfect condition. In fact, coins graded MS67 or higher can sell for astronomical prices at auctions. The highest known sale of a 1981 P quarter reached close to $7,000. But if a rare error coin in near-perfect condition were discovered, it could be worth millions. Collectors are always looking for that next big find, and the right combination of rarity, condition, and error could skyrocket a coin's value. Imagine pulling $1 million quarter out of your old piggy bank. So, how can you tell if your 1981 P quarter is worth thousands or even millions? Here are some quick tips. The closer to perfect, the better. Look for minimal scratches or wear. Pay attention to any doubling in the lettering or date. Error coins are always in demand. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll assign a grade, and this can significantly boost your coin's value. Now that you know the history and potential value of the 1981 P Mint Mark Washington quarter, it's time to check your change. Remember, while most of these coins might not be worth more than face value, there are rare examples that can make you a fortune. So what are you waiting for? Go through your old coin jars, check those quarter rolls, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find a coin worth millions. We're diving into the fascinating history of the 1991 P Mint Mark quarter dollar coin, a coin that's taking the collecting world by storm and could be worth millions. Stay tuned to find out why. Before we talk about its value, let's take a quick look at the history of the 1991 P quarter dollar. This coin was minted in Philadelphia, the P Mint mark being the signature of that famous mint. It features the image of George Washington on the front, a design that's been iconic since 1932. But what makes this particular coin from 1991 so special? Let's break it down. The 1991 P Washington quarter has a familiar design, the first U.S. president on the obverse, with an American eagle on the reverse. Over 570 million were minted that year, but not all 1991 quarters are created equal. Some of these coins have rare errors or unique features that have turned them into high-demand collectibles. The real treasure lies in certain error coins. A select few 1991 P quarters left the mint with misstrikes or defects, errors that were never supposed to reach circulation. These errors are rare, but when they do appear, they can make a coin worth millions. Collectors hunt for coins with double strikes, off-center strikes, or even a missing mint mark. Could your 1991 quarter be one of these? Now, not every 1991 P quarter is worth millions. The key is its condition and whether it has a rare error. Grading companies like PCGS or NGC grade coins on a scale from 1 to 70. A perfectly graded 1991 P error coin in mint state could fetch a jaw-dropping price at auction. Just recently, error coins from this year have sold for tens of thousands, with some anticipated to reach the $1 million mark as rarity increases. Here's what you need to look for if you have a 1991 P quarter. First, check the coin's condition. Look for signs of wear and damage. Next, use a magnifying glass to search for any errors. Things like a misaligned die, doubling in the lettering, or an odd appearance of the mint mark. If you think you've found something unusual, it might be time to get your coin professionally graded. Some 1991 P quarters have already made headlines, fetching incredible prices at auctions. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar, especially for rare error coins in pristine condition. Imagine walking into an auction house with what you thought was just loose change, only to walk out with $1 million payday. So, could you be holding onto a fortune? Check your pockets, look through your coin collections, and who knows? You might be the next lucky person to discover a rare 1991 P quarter worth millions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting coin discoveries. And let us know in the comments below, what rare coins have you found? We've got a fascinating topic that will make you look twice at your spare change. We're diving deep into the 1978 D Mint Mark Washington quarter. Could this seemingly ordinary quarter be worth millions? Let's find out. First, let's talk about the history of the 1978 D Washington quarter. This coin was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark located on the reverse side, just to the right of the bow in the wreath. In 1978, both the Philadelphia and Denver mints produced millions of these coins, with Denver contributing around 287 million quarters that year. While these numbers seem high, not all quarters are created equal. The Washington quarter has been a key part of American coinage since 1932, created to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. So, what sets the 1978 D quarter apart from its peers? While most of these coins are in circulation and worth only face value, a few rare specimens can fetch thousands or even millions. Why? There are a few key factors that can dramatically increase its value. If your 1978 D quarter is in pristine condition, especially if it's uncirculated or has a high mint state grade, its value could skyrocket. Coins graded MS65 or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC are what collectors dream of. Another important factor is error coins. These can include things like double die obverse, off-center strikes, or other minting mistakes. Error coins are highly sought after and can be worth thousands or even millions depending on rarity and type. 1978 was a transitional time in U.S. history, and coins from this era are increasingly gaining attention as collectors seek items from this pivotal decade. Now, let's answer the burning question. Could a 1978 D quarter actually be worth millions? While it's incredibly rare, it's not impossible. Coins with unique errors, flawless condition, or a historical significance have sold for jaw-dropping amounts at auctions. In fact, some rare quarters have been sold for six-figure sums or more when all the right factors align. Imagine finding one of these in your pocket change. Instant fortune. Look for wear and tear. The less circulation wear, the better. Use a magnifying glass to spot any doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual marks. Consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for a proper evaluation. Research recent sales of 1978 D quarters to get an idea of what collectors are paying. While not every 1978 D quarter will make you a millionaire, the possibility is out there. Collectors are always hunting for that rare gem, and your coin could be it. So, next time you're sorting through your coins, keep an eye out for that shiny 1978 D Washington quarter. You never know what treasure you might find. We're diving into the fascinating history of the 2019 P Mint Mark quarter dollar coin. A coin that might just be worth millions. Yes, you heard that right, millions of dollars. Stay tuned, because we're going to reveal the secrets behind this modern-day rarity and what makes it so valuable. First, let's talk about the history behind the 2019 P Mint Mark quarter. The P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, one of the major U.S. mint facilities responsible for producing coins for circulation. In 2019, the U.S. Mint introduced a new series called the America the Beautiful Quarters. These quarters celebrate national parks and historic sites across the country. In 2019, 5 quarters were released featuring these iconic landmarks. But here's where things get interesting. Some of the 2019 quarters produced at the Philadelphia Mint have rare features that could skyrocket their value. So, why is this 2019 P Mint Mark quarter potentially worth millions? It all comes down to rare variations and minting errors. While most of the coins produced are standard, a few have rare errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or unique die varieties that collectors go crazy for. One of the most sought-after errors in the 2019 series is the double die error. This happens when the design is accidentally stamped twice, resulting in doubled images or letters on the coin. These errors are extremely rare, making them incredibly valuable to collectors. So, how does a quarter worth 25 cents become a million-dollar treasure? Rarity and demand. When it comes to coin collecting, the rarer the coin, the higher the price it can fetch at auction. Recently, error coins from 2019 with the P Mint mark have sold for thousands, and in the most extreme cases, prices can climb into the millions. For example, a pristine, uncirculated 2019 P Mint mark quarter with a unique error can attract bids from high-end collectors who are willing to pay big bucks for a piece of numismatic history. Now, the big question is, how can you find one of these rare and valuable 2019 P Mint mark quarters? Well, the good news is that they might be hiding in your pocket change. Start by inspecting your quarters closely, especially under magnification, and look for any unusual features like doubling or off-center designs. You can also purchase rolls of quarters from banks and check those for rare coins. If you're lucky, you might just discover one of the rare 2019 P quarters that collectors are paying top dollar for. Before you go on your treasure hunt, remember, condition is everything. Coins that are in mint or near mint condition with no scratches or wear are the most valuable. So, handle your finds carefully and consider getting them graded by a professional coin grading service. Who knows, the next time you check your pocket change or a roll of quarters, you might just discover a million-dollar treasure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more coin collecting tips and rare coin discoveries. We're diving into the fascinating history and why some of these quarters could be worth a fortune. Let's start with a little history. Up until 1964, Washington quarters were made of 90% silver. But in 1965, the U.S. Mint made a major change. Due to rising silver prices, they switched from silver to a copper-nickel composition, which is the same material used in modern quarters today. To mark this transition, the 1965 quarters were struck without any mint mark, and none were made of silver. At least, that's what was supposed to happen. Here's where things get interesting. A few 1965 quarters were accidentally struck on leftover 90% silver planchets, the metal discs intended for 1964 quarters. These rare errors are what collectors are hunting for, and they can be worth big money. These silver 1965 quarters are incredibly rare, and if you happen to come across one, you could be looking at a coin worth tens of thousands to even millions of dollars, depending on its condition and rarity. So how can you tell if you have a silver error coin? First, weigh your 1965 quarter. A regular copper-nickel 1965 quarter weighs about 5.67 grams. However, a silver quarter will weigh more, around 6.25 grams. This small difference could be the key to unlocking a fortune. Once you've identified a possible silver error, it's important to have it authenticated by a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. After that, you could take it to auction where these rare quarters have fetched jaw-dropping prices. In 2019, a 1965 silver error quarter sold for over $7,000. And who knows, the next one might be even more valuable. Remember, not every 1965 quarter is going to be worth millions. Most are the standard copper-nickel version and are only worth their face value. But if you happen to find that one rare silver error coin, it could be a life-changing discovery. So, the next time you're going through your spare change, keep an eye out for that 1965 quarter. You never know. You might be holding on to a hidden treasure worth millions. We're diving into the fascinating world of modern US coins. You won't believe how much value some of them can hold. In this video, we'll uncover the history, special features, and jaw-dropping value of the 2015 D Mint Mark quarter dollar that could be worth millions of dollars. Let's start with a little history. The 2015 D quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, a commemorative coin program launched by the US Mint in 2010. The series celebrates iconic national parks and landmarks, with the 2015 design featuring stunning locations like Kisatchie National Forest in Louisiana and Homestead National Monument in Nebraska. But today, we're zeroing in on the 2015 D Mint mark. The D stands for Denver, one of the primary mints where US coins are produced. This quarter dollar weighs 5.67 grams, made primarily of copper with a nickel coating. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar face of George Washington, while the reverse side features various breathtaking national park designs depending on the coin from that year. The small D Mint mark right here signifies that it was struck at the Denver Mint, making it distinct from other coins with marks from Philadelphia or San Francisco. Now, you might be wondering, how can a 2015 quarter, with millions of them in circulation, be worth millions of dollars? The answer lies in a few factors: rarity, condition, and most importantly, errors. Certain 2015 D quarters have been discovered with rare minting errors. These errors, like double dies or off-center strikes, can make a coin extremely valuable. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for flawless examples with mint state condition grades, especially if they have unique quirks. In fact, some of these error coins have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auction. A single error coin, graded at the highest levels by agencies like PCGS or NGC, can turn what seems like a regular quarter into a million-dollar treasure. A 2015 D Mint quarter, graded MS 67 or higher, with a rare mint error could easily go for 6 or even 7 figures at auction. So, how can you check if you've struck gold with your 2015 D quarter? First, closely examine the coin's condition. If it looks pristine without scratches or wear, it's already valuable. Next, look for any oddities, like doubling in the lettering or unusual shapes in the design. And if you think you have something special, get it professionally graded by a coin certification service. So, the next time you're going through your change, don't just dismiss those quarters. That 2015 D Mint mark coin in your hand could be the next million-dollar find. Who knows? It might just make you rich. We're focusing on a modern quarter that might just be worth millions of dollars. Yes, we're talking about the 2001 P Mint Mark Washington quarter. Could you have one of these valuable coins sitting in your pocket right now? Stick around to find out how this coin's history and key features have made it a potential treasure. Let's start with a bit of history. The 2001 Washington quarter is part of the US Mint's popular 50-state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. This coin was minted to celebrate 5 states in 2001: New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Kentucky. Each state design graced the reverse side of the quarter, while the familiar face of George Washington remained on the obverse. The P Mint mark, which can be found under Washington's portrait, signifies that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Over 1.5 billion of these quarters were struck that year, but not all of them are ordinary. With so many 2001 P quarters in circulation, you might be wondering, what makes this coin potentially worth millions of dollars? There are 2 key factors: mint errors and exceptionally high-grade examples. In some rare cases, these coins have unique minting mistakes, like double die strikes, off-center errors, or missing letters. Even the smallest flaw can make a big difference when it comes to value. But that's not all. Coins that have been preserved in near-perfect condition, known as MS67 or higher, can command huge prices at auctions. Collectors go wild for pristine coins, And if you find one with the right features, it could fetch you a fortune. Now let's talk money. You've probably heard stories about modern quarters selling for millions of dollars. Is it possible with a 2001 quarter? While most 2001 quarters are worth only their face value, high-grade examples have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. Combine a minting error with a perfect grade, and the price can skyrocket. In 2022, a rare error coin sold for over $7,000, and experts believe that if a unique 2001 error were to surface in flawless condition, it could break records. That's right. Under the right circumstances, a 2001 mint mark quarter could potentially be worth millions to the right collector. Look for things like double strikes, off-center designs, or any oddities in the lettering or imagery. The better the condition, the more valuable the coin. Coins graded MS67 or higher are where the big bucks come in. If you think you have a rare coin, it's worth sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to get an official rating. Could you be holding onto a $1 million treasure? The 2001 Washington quarter may seem ordinary, but with the right features, it could be a life-changing find. So, go ahead and check your coin jar. You never know what's waiting to be discovered. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of rare and valuable coins. Who knows? The next coin we cover might just be hiding in your pocket. We have an exciting episode for you. We'll be talking about the 2017 mint mark $250 coin and why it's caught the attention of collectors around the world. Could this coin be worth millions? Stick around to find out. This 2017 quarter from the America the Beautiful series may look like your average coin, but there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Let's explore its fascinating history first. All right, let's take a quick trip back to 2017. The U.S. Mint released the Effigy Mounds National Monument Quarter as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series that highlights national parks and sites across the U.S. Each year, new designs are released featuring iconic American locations. The 2017 coin features the Effigy Mounds in Iowa. The reverse side of the coin shows a breathtaking design of these ancient, Native American earthworks in the shape of animals. It's an incredible tribute to America's heritage and craftsmanship in coin design. Host, on screen now, what makes this coin extra special is that it was the first quarter in decades to feature a P mint mark, representing the Philadelphia Mint. Before 2017, Philadelphia quarters didn't have this mark, making this a significant change in modern U.S. coinage. So, why is this coin worth millions? Well, like with many coins, its value skyrockets due to unique errors or extremely rare variations. In this case, some 2017 mint mark quarters have been discovered with minting errors, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for these rare finds. Some coins were struck with slight doubling on the designs, misaligned dies, or even unusual toning. These error coins are incredibly rare, and when a rare coin hits the market, collectors often engage in bidding wars, driving the price up into the millions. Now, you might be wondering, do I have one of these rare coins sitting in my pocket right now? Here's how you can check. First, make sure you have the 2017 quarter with the P mint mark right under Washington's portrait. Next, closely inspect the coin with a magnifying glass for any signs of doubling on the lettering or the design. Look for off-center strikes, and don't forget to examine the edges. Error coins or high-quality specimens in mint condition can fetch mind-blowing prices at auctions. Collectors have been known to pay hundreds of thousands, even millions for such rare coins, depending on the condition and the rarity of the error. So, what if you find one? First, protect your coin. Get it graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will authenticate it and give it a grade based on its condition, which will help determine its value. After getting it graded, you can either sell it at auction houses or online platforms where collectors are willing to pay top dollar for rare error coins. And there you have it. The 2017 mint mark $250 coin may look like an ordinary coin, but it could be hiding a fortune. Whether it's due to an error or simply its unique history, this coin has become one of the hottest collectibles in recent years. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more rare coin insights, and ring the bell so you never miss out on our future uploads. Who knows? Your next coin could be worth millions. We're diving into the history of the 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter. This everyday-looking coin could be worth way more than 25 cents. In fact, under the right conditions, it could be worth millions. Stick around, and I'll show you why this coin has collectors on the hunt. Let's start with the basics. The Washington quarter, first minted in 1932, was created to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. It features the iconic image of the first president on the obverse, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. Over the decades, the design remained largely the same with only minor changes to the details. Now, fast forward to 1995, the year this particular quarter was minted. It was produced at the Denver Mint, marked by the small d under Washington's portrait. That year, more than 1 billion quarters were minted, making it one of the more common coins. So, what makes the 1995 D quarter special? At first glance, this coin may seem like any ordinary quarter you'd find in your pocket change. However, collectors are always on the lookout for error coins and special variations that can drive up the value significantly. A few key things to watch for. These are often the key to finding valuable coins. Errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or planchet defects can make a 1995 D quarter one of a kind. Coins in mint state or with very few signs of wear are always more desirable. A pristine, high-grade 1995 D quarter can fetch impressive prices at auctions. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for. In recent years, some quarters from the 1990s have made headlines for selling at auction for extraordinary amounts. While a standard circulated 1995 D quarter might only be worth its face value, coins in MS68 or higher condition, that's mint state with nearly perfect surfaces, have sold for thousands. But what about the $1 million mark? It's not just a fantasy. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for rare and highly sought-after coins, and the 1995 D is no exception. If you were lucky enough to come across a coin with a rare error or in near-perfect condition, the value could skyrocket to hundreds of thousands or even millions. Look for coins with minimal wear. If you find a 1995 D quarter that looks fresh from the mint, it could be worth having it graded. Check for any unusual markings, doubling in the design, or other minting errors. These can make your coin a collector's dream. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can give your coin an official grade, which can dramatically increase its value. Always hold your coin by the edges to avoid fingerprints or scratches. Look up auction results for similar coins to get an idea of what yours might be worth. Send your coin to a professional service to confirm its grade and authenticity. Who knows? You might be sitting on a small fortune. We're diving deep into the 1988 P Mint Mark Washington quarter. An ordinary coin at first glance, but it could be worth millions. Curious? Let's get started. The 1988 P Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia. Like all quarters of this era, it features the iconic image of George Washington on the obverse and the American eagle on the reverse. It's part of a long-running series that began in 1932, honoring the first president of the United States. This coin is made of copper and nickel, typical for U.S. quarters minted after 1964 when silver was phased out. The P Mint mark you see indicates that it was produced in the Philadelphia Mint, which struck over 562 million of these coins in 1988 alone. With millions of these quarters minted, you might be wondering, how could a 1988 P quarter be worth millions of dollars? Well, the value comes from a combination of rarity, errors, and collector demand. Some 1988 P quarters contain rare minting errors, like doubling on certain letters or anomalies in the strike, which can drastically increase their value. Collectors hunt for these unique imperfections, as these error coins are like one-of-a-kind pieces of art. If you find a well-preserved 1988 P quarter with a prominent error, it could sell for thousands or even millions at auction. Did you know? Some 1988 P quarters have fetched unbelievable prices at auctions. A few pristine, error-filled specimens have sold for astronomical amounts. One particularly rare error quarter from this year was sold for over millions due to its historical significance and unique minting flaw. Coin collectors and investors are always on the lookout for these rare finds. So, if you happen to have a 1988 P quarter, it might be time to take a closer look. It could change your life. So, what should you look for in your 1988 P quarter? First, check the condition. Coins in excellent, uncirculated condition are far more valuable. Next, inspect it closely for any minting errors. Doubling, misstrikes, or other unusual features are what make these coins worth so much. Also, consider having your coin professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade rating can significantly boost the value of your coin. That's it for today, treasure hunters. Who knew a simple 1988 P Washington quarter could be worth millions? Make sure to dig through your old coin jars or collections, because you never know what hidden gem might be sitting there. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next exciting coin discovery. We have a true American treasure, the 1976 no-mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. And trust me, you won't believe just how much this coin could be worth. We're talking millions of dollars. So stick around to learn everything you need to know about this iconic coin, from its history to how you might have one in your pocket right now. First things first, let's talk about the design. The 1976 quarter is not your ordinary coin. It was struck to commemorate the 200th anniversary of America's independence. Instead of the usual eagle on the reverse side, we have a special design featuring a colonial drummer, created by Jack L. AHR. The obverse still features the familiar profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. 1976 was a huge year for the United States. Celebrations of the bicentennial were happening all over the country, and the U.S. Mint joined in the fun by creating special designs for the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins. These quarters were minted in large numbers, but they only made them for 2 years, 1975 and 1976. What's interesting is that all these bicentennial quarters have the year 1776 to 1976 on them, even though they were produced over 2 years. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Most bicentennial quarters were struck at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. However, the Philadelphia mint quarters famously don't have a mint mark, which can sometimes lead to confusion. Many people assume these coins are rare just because they lack a mint mark, but this isn't necessarily the case. So why are we talking about millions of dollars? It all comes down to the condition and any rare errors. A 1976 no-mint mark quarter in average condition is worth about 25 cents to a few dollars. But if you have a coin in pristine condition, like a high-grade MS-67 or MS-68, things start to get exciting. Some of these high-grade coins can be worth thousands of dollars. But here's where it gets even crazier. In rare cases, coins with minting errors or incredibly unique features have gone for staggering amounts at auction. We're talking coins that are worth millions. These ultra-rare variants, with flawless minting, unusual errors, or extreme provenance, have caught the attention of elite collectors willing to spend massive sums for a piece of numismatic history. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Look for sharp details on both Washington's profile and the drummer on the reverse. Check for any doubling or oddities in the minting process that could make your coin unique. So, do you have a 1976 bicentennial quarter hiding in your change jar? It might be worth a second look. While most of these coins won't make you rich, there's always a chance that you could find a rare gem worth millions. If you've enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to your channel name for more exciting content. And, as always, let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin. We'd love to hear your story.